Hey guys, Sleepy here, and welcome to a brand new episode of my weekly gaming playlist series. We've made it to another Friday, so we're going to discuss and do a recap of the games I played this week. I would love to hear your thoughts as well, so if you played any of the games I shared today, let me know what you thought of them. And if you guys have any recommendations on games you think I might enjoy playing, let me know. I'm always looking for new games to play and experience. And you guys have recommended some really good games. And the game I'm going to share with you guys today was actually a recommendation from several people. I know my good buddy Dean talked about this game. Several others here on YouTube have talked about it. Even at my local game stores. A couple people that I know at these different stores have told me, like, man, you got to play this game. It's awesome. And even in Facebook gaming groups, some people have talked about it. And that is a 2013 Shadow Warrior, which this is actually a reboot of the old classic Shadow Warrior that was on PC back in 1997. Now, I never got to play that one, but I did know about it. And what's cool is the very beginning of this game, they actually show gameplay clip of someone playing the old classic 97 Shadow Warrior game. And it looks really awesome, so I'm definitely going to buy a physical copy of that old PC game so that I can play it, because it does look awesome. And this game has been an absolute blast to play through this past 2 weeks, as I started playing it last Friday, and really have enjoyed my time with it. It's a really awesome game. Now, it gives me a lot of Duke Nukem vibes. You play as a main character called Lo Wang, and he has all kinds of hilarious one-liners and stuff. It just really reminds me of the same kind of humor of Duke Nukem, and it's got over-the-top violence, blood and gore. You can slice up enemies and the heads come off, arms come off, blood everywhere. There's bloody bodies all over the place, and it's just a really enjoyable experience. So let me read you guys from the back. Betrayed and left for dead, corporate shogun Lo Wang must acquire a legendary katana possessed by evil gods hell-bent on destroying our world. Using a masterful combination of gun, blade, magic, and deadly wit, uncover the truth behind the demonic invasion and banish evil back into the eternal darkness. So there's been a demon invasion. They're taking over Earth, and you have to fight them off. And it's just a really enjoyable experience. Shadow Warrior Reborn, classic first-person shooter gameplay, thrilling action, and inventive combat blended with modern retelling of Lo Wang's hilarious legend. Elegant swordplay, slicing enemies apart with your legendary katana, unleash fluid combos and special attacks to cut through enraged hordes. Mystical powers, call upon mystical powers to protect yourself and paralyze your enemies. Upgradable arsenal, unlock unique upgrades for your formidable armory. From stylish revolvers and quad-barreled shotguns to explosive crossbolts and laser-guided rockets. So there is a huge variety of weapons for you to unlock, and there's also a bunch of upgrades that you get. And like the guns, you have to find money that's in the world and use those to upgrade it. There's powers, you have to find key crystals, which are spread out throughout the different levels. And then there's this karma, a blood meter, that you can earn by killing enemies, and the more brutal you kill them, the more karma you unlock. And then there's also these little karma fountains, which are secrets you can find to boost it. And once you collect enough karma, you can use that to upgrade Lo Wang. And I have been having an absolute blast with Shadow Warrior, so let's check out some of the game. Alright friends, today we're playing a new game here for me, and that is Shadow Warrior. Now this one has been recommended to me by several people over the years. I know my buddy Dean has recommended it. I know my buddy Nick talked about it. A couple of people locally have even told me that, like, man, you got to play the Shadow Warrior games. They're amazing. And so I decided I want to start off with the first game, which I do own physically for the Xbox One. Now, what's interesting is that this is actually a reboot of the old 1997 Shadow Warrior game. Now, I never played that one on the PC, but I remember a buddy had it, and it did look really cool. I had completely forgot all about that game until I watched the opening video in this game where someone actually shows gameplay of them playing the original one. I was like, oh yeah, I remember that game was pretty badass. So I might want to get that for the PC down the road as it's fairly cheap. But everyone's been recommending, like, man, you got to play this reboot of it. That came back out in 2015. It is an Xbox One title, and I'm definitely glad that I finally started playing because I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm really here right in the beginning. It's got really good music. It's got good voice acting. It's got good graphics. You know, you got to remember this is an early Xbox One PS4 title, so you're not talking about, you know, getting the top tier graphics like you're going to get on a Series X game. But it still looks pretty good. Have a lot of basic options and stuff for you to find. There's also some collectibles and stuff to get. Let's get in here. I'm going to load from the end of here, chapter 1, so I can show you guys some combat and stuff. And it does periodically create auto-save files for you, but you can also save it anytime you want for yourself. And then there's also different difficulty setting. I'm just playing it through on the normal difficulties, so. Let's load it up here, and it does load pretty quickly here on the Series X. I'm sure it'd be a little longer if you played it on an old Xbox One. But playing it on the Series X definitely gives a little boost to performance. Now, what's cool, too, is there's some RPG elements in this. Like, there's these key crystals for you to find, which can give you different things for power, like I currently have this where I can actually heal myself thanks to my character being possessed by a demon. So there's all kinds of different things for there. There's also skills for you to unlock as well, which is pretty cool here. You got these old pictures of samurai, which is neat. Then you also can upgrade your weapons, which currently I only have a katana and a revolver, but I know there's other weapons for you to find in the game. But then there's stuff you can use by finding money. You do find money from enemies or in the world, and you use that to upgrade your weapons, which is cool. And then there's just a variety here of the different skills, things for you to unlock, because there are demons in this world, so there's a bunch of demons that have been unleashed into the world, so you gotta fight demons, but you also gotta fight humans as well. And it is a first-person shooter, but you got sword play, so you can use katanas and weapons. You also can use magic as well, shurikens, and you can use guns. So use a variety of that in your battles. And it's also extremely bloody and violent. As you can see, there's a lot of blood here. So I'll go up here and we'll trigger some of these demons to come out. And you've got to watch, because these demons can jump and crawl all over the map, up on buildings and stuff, and try to flank you and jump and attack you, so you gotta watch. But it's really awesome to be able to slice and dice and rip heads off, cut arms off and stuff. And sometimes like that, they can power themselves up to make themselves stronger. Oh, just unlocked an achievement. Kill 100 enemies in campaign mode. I'll show you guys the guns. I just love how over the top the violence in this game is. And then it rates you. You get a karma boost bonus here every time you kill, and how much more violent and brutal your killings are. is the more karma points you own, which then helps you level up. There's also secrets to find in this game as well. I'm currently on just chapter 1. I beat the prologue chapter and I have this chapter. I'm not sure how many total chapters there are, but the game is broke up through chapters. And you can reload chapters as well if you want to go back to improve your score. And you can also use it to find secrets and things you might have missed, which I definitely know. I'm sure I've missed a bunch of secrets already. But you really have to just go around and explore the various maps that you play through to find hidden areas to go into. Sometimes you can find extra powers, and sometimes you'll just find like a hidden path off your own beaten path of the main place you go to. You might find a hidden place to go through. So it does pay to explore and try to look for hidden places to go. Right here towards the end of this level, we're about to fight some humans, so you guys can see what it's like fighting the humans as well. Get out the old trusty gun, get that reloaded, because these guys have guns themselves. Got him with a headshot. And some of them will come at you with katanas as well. So, like I said, a mixture of guns, of shurikens, and there's some magic abilities that you get unlocked later. So you play as this character Lo Wang, and he actually is now linked with a demon, so he gives you abilities and stuff. And there's also a lot of humor and comedy in this game.
Okay. So where did that thing go?
It's probably looking for a temple.
Why?
It's a golem. It needs to go back. A temple is a place of power.
Well, the biggest one around is the Kapadori Cemetery near my place.
And so those two will banter with each other, which is great. Adds to the fun of the game and the mysteries. And like I said, you also want to explore, because you can find additional resources with things that are interactive, like, see, here's some money. So you don't want to just run through the levels as fast as possible. You know, take your time and explore, look for those secrets, look for things to interact with. It's also cool too, because you can break glass, so there's a lot of things to damage in the world. But you want to look for those extra stuff. Guns, bullets, money, so you can level up, and also secrets as well. And there's some nasty, bloody messes left around. And then at the end of every level, it'll tally up all your deeds that you've done and how you performed, and it'll give you a score and tell you what all the stuff you found, if you missed any collectibles or not.
Before we do this, I need to know your name.
Oh, that's sweet.
If you know a demon's name, you can control it.
Is that so?
That's what all the books say.
There's just one problem. It is written that no human tongue can pronounce a demon's name.
Try me.
All right. My name is Hoji.
Hoji.
But it's impossible. How did you must be the one that the prophecy spoke of.
Really? What else does the prophecy say?
Why, that the one will also believe any goddamn idiot thing you make up on the spot.
Get out of my car.
I like that Hoji demon. So it took me 1 hour and 17 minutes to beat it. I've collected 60% of the money. I found the one key crystal. I got an 89% for my karma earned. I completed a challenge. I only found 3 of the 8 secrets. My damage received. I died once. I killed 65 enemies. Karma actions 95. Karma bonus was 27%. and damage done, and there's my mission score. I got 155 out of 250. So there are some replay aspects, of course, if you want to go back, get a higher score, find all the secrets and stuff. But I definitely recommend Shadow War if you guys like first-person shooters and you want something that's got some humor, extremely violent and bloody and gory. I highly recommend you guys check out Shadow Warrior. I'm having fun with it, and I can't wait to beat the game. That was our look at Shadow Warrior. I had an absolute blast with this game. I just beat it here on Wednesday, and it took me about, let's say, about 18 hours total to beat it. And now that was with me stopping and exploring, looking for secrets, which I did miss a ton of them. Sadly, this game does not have a strategy guide. I really wish it would, because there's so much secret stuff packed into each of the levels. But luckily, I found a really good guide, which I will post a link as a comment for you guys to check out if you're looking to get all the secrets and stuff. Now, what is cool, too, though, is they added some stuff post-launch, because there were several glitches in the game, but they added a survival mode to the game. But there's also a cool EX mode, which is a New Game Plus mode, where after you beat the game, you can then replay the game again with all your upgrades and stuff, because unfortunately, I was not able to completely max out Lo Wang. So I'm going to play through the game again because I really did enjoy it, and I'm actually currently on chapter 2 of the 17 chapters there are. And what's cool is when you do the New Game Plus mode, you now have access to all your upgrades and weapons in the beginning. So some of those early stages were kind of difficult because, you know, your character is so weak and you don't have a huge access to the arsenal that you have by the end of the game. So it's really cool going back through a second time and pulling out a rocket launcher and your submachine gun and stuff when you're not supposed to have it at that point in the game. And it's really cool. And so now I'm working on getting all the secrets so I can get that achievement unlocked. And I've also been working on a lot of the other achievements. And I do have to warn you guys, though, some of the achievements in this game are bugged and glitchy still. Like there's one that'll say you unlock it and it just won't unlock. And there was one that it, like 2 or 3 days later, it just randomly popped up when I turned my Xbox again saying I unlocked the achievement. So there's still some bugs in it. There's still some graphical glitches. Sometimes a character might get stuck in the wall. Your character might get stuck. An enemy's body part might just float up in the air. So there are still little bugs and stuff that they definitely needed another patch for. But obviously, being this an old 2013 game, they're not going to be patching it now. But did want to warn you guys about that. There is several checkpoints that the game will create for you, but you can also save at any point you want to as well, and then reload the save files. But I had a very enjoyable experience. Wonderful game. It's got good graphics for an early Xbox One title. It looks great on the Series X. Wonderful voice acting. The music is amazing. There are some licensed songs in the game as well. I love the character Lo Wang and Demon Hoji that he is tied to. Both of them banter with each other like an old married couple. And it just adds to a very enjoyable experience. So if you guys are looking for a wonderful first-person shooter with some RPG elements, check out the Shadow Warrior series. Now, there is Shadow Warrior 2 and 3. However, they are digital only on the Xbox consoles, but you can get them physically on PS4. So I'm definitely looking forward to playing those 2 sequels in the future. But I recommend Shadow Warrior, guys. Let me know if you guys played the game. What was your thoughts on it? Love to hear about the games you guys are currently playing. And if you have a recommendation on a game you think I might enjoy, let me know, as I'm always looking for new games to play. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. You guys have an amazing day. And Sleepy will see ya next time.